What does it mean to you to win another one of these?
It's great. It's about the team. Again, I said earlier, if we can keep on doing that, it's about the team commitment and getting the rewards for the work that they're doing. So the more we can win, the better we are.
To what extent have the side exceeded your expectations so far? Have things gone faster than you would have expected?
Things have gone very well. There's no doubt about that. I think the way the team have gelled, the unity of the group, has probably exceeded expectation. But I've no doubt about their quality. We saw from the first day of pre-season training what they could achieve. So they're hungry, they're committed, they're getting rewards for their hard work, which is important, and they're pushing forward. Now this break has come at a good time for us as well.
Do you set a rod for your own back though, because you've set the bar pretty high in these opening months?
No, I think you have to enjoy it, don't you? You can look at it and say it's a weight on your shoulders, or say it's great, and you just relish these times, relish winning games, and showing that you're a good player. Yeah, they are good players. Go and enjoy being a good player. So the more we can do of that, it comes with hard work, it comes with commitment, it comes with focus, etc., and the quality, of course. So if we can keep doing that, we'll be in a good place.
Your work isn't being unnoticed elsewhere. How do you react when you hear that you're 20-1 for the Liverpool job?
Yeah, it's always flattered for anyone to be linked to a job, especially a club of Liverpool's size. But we're a big club here as well, and we have a job of work to do. So we're very committed to Rangers.
Is this a long-term project for you?
I very much hope so. It's down to how well we do, of course. And any football job is how well you do, winning games and getting results and achieving a target. So we're focused here. We know what we have to do. The targets for the season are very clear. So we're quarter of the way through, and so far so good.
Are you surprised at how much focus is put on results? And yes, you've won every game, but sometimes people may look and go, it was only 2-1, it was only 3-1.
Yeah, I think you have to discuss that with the players. That's a really delicate subject, I think, because as you rightly say, you have some early success, we have some good victories, some strong victories, and suddenly 2-0 or 3-1 is seen as not being a decent performance. So we have to put it into perspective and keep a realistic approach to this. You know, we're playing some very, very tough teams and well-organised teams and quality teams, so getting the right results is very important to us.
You say that the international breaks come at the right time. How are you going to use this 3 week?
We've been in this week so far. We're in tomorrow for a hard day, and then the boys are off for 4 days. So they get Thursday through Sunday off, which is a welcome relief for them. They have worked really hard from late June. 1 or 2 niggling injuries, so it's a good time for us. The boys are away on international duty, so we have to make sure the likes of Nathan and Gideon and Fraser are well looked after. But it's a good break for us. Given
the players that are away on international duty, do you think you did have to postpone the match that you should have had?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, all the boys, Gideon and Fraser, and as I say, Nathan obviously are starters for us. The squad is lean, it's tight, so it's important, and we were losing 3 important players. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, so it would mean then that you've got a midweek game as well as your Saturday. So does that then work against you in a way as well?
Not really. I think if we refer to last year, we had midweek games all season nearly. Don't forget down south they played 10 more league games, there 4 international breaks. So it's about us getting used to it. We prepare well for the games, irrespective of the schedule. I've got no problems with that at all.
You've gone through the first, if you like, round of matches in the Championship, Mark. Is it a time to take stock in any way and look at targets and project forward?
I think what we have to look at is we played every team now. What have we done well? How has the opposition changed over the course of those 9 games? We're seeing certain traits and certain styles when teams play, especially at Ibrox. So we have to recognise it and see what we can do to break them down. There's some very well organised teams, and we're seeing teams with men behind the ball and breaking on the counter and being clinical. So what do we do to take more care of the football and to try and prevent them hurting us? So it's a learning curve the whole time.
Are there any teams that have surprised you? Are you surprised how the table looks 9 games in? Wraith Rovers in second, St Mirren away down in the lower depths of the...
I think the Championship is similar down south, is that anyone can beat anyone on the day, and that's being proven week in, week out. So you have to respect the opponents. I think anyone goes into a game thinking it's an easy 3 points, then they get hurt, and they get hurt quickly. So it's always respect the opponent, do your homework, do your analysis, and prepare well for each game. If we can do that, there's no doubt we have a good squad of quality players. Applying ourselves and being best prepared.
No one's expecting Rangers to be caught though now, are they?
No, outside of this building, this training complex here, they can say some nice things, which is always well received. But in here, we know what we have to do. We're quarter of the way through the season. It's early days still for us, so it's important we retain focus and commitment. If we can do it, as I say, come the end of the season, I think we'll be in a good place.
You don't sound like the sort of person that would let any hint of complacency sneak into the play.
We can't do. We really can't. The margins are so fine in football. The higher you go in sport, the finer those margins become. As I say, if we are complacent in any way, if we're poorly prepared in any way, if a training session is slack in any way, we'll pay the price. You'll get hurt. There's no doubt about that. We saw it last year once or twice, and it can't happen this year.
Peter Houston said after the game this afternoon he accused smaller teams of getting a raw deal at places like Ibrox. What were your views on his reaction to that?
I think you'd look at, from our point of view, as Rangers manager, I look at the Tavernier incident that sets a penalty in the first half. There were one or two bad challenges over the park. I think Peter was obviously upset. They conceded a late goal, a free kick, but it's 50-50 and the call went our way. Very often it works the other way as well. So, it's the game.
Overall, how have you found the refereeing since being up in Scotland?
As I say, it's all about us working with the referees and to try and help each other out.
Did you think he overreacted after the game?
Peter?
Yeah.
No, it's a passionate game. Football's a passionate game. Emotions run high, especially immediately after the final whistle. And they'd worked very, very hard. They're well organised, a very good quality team. And he must have been frustrated to lose a goal in the 80th minute, 81st minute. That happened. But it's an emotional game, no more than that.
Can I just ask you about, it's a wee bit irrelevant maybe perhaps, but can I just ask you about Scotland? Are you looking forward to the big match, Scotland against Poland? And how do you think Scotland's chances stand?
They've got a tough game, haven't they? Jim Stewart, our goalkeeping coach, is away with the national team, and I'm aware of the implications of the game and the scale of the game, the magnitude of it. So it's an important game for the whole country involved. We're working and living in Scotland now, so I'm very aware of the emotion. So there's one or two players they have to watch out for, who's well documented. But I think they'll do well.
Who might they be?
I'll let you decide that one.
I can actually very briefly tell in the last month your successor at Brentford obviously was relieved of his position. In light of all that, in light of the start, are you feeling slightly vindicated in your views differing to what they did?
It's not about that. You have to move on from it. As I say, what happened last year happened. That was more than well documented. So our only focus here is Rangers. It wouldn't be right to make any comment about Brentford Football Club, that's for sure.